Somebody emailed me about this. I can't remember who it was. And they were like, Celtic Films is back. So I knew that I had to, I had to react to it. So CelticFilms.com. So where was it? There was episodes. There you go. Episode 2, part of scene 2. So what did I watch the last time? I think I watched the trailer. I mightn't have even watched trailer 2B. I probably watched, let me see, what's most popular? The one that went viral. I watched this one. 13,000. I say viral. I think I watched that one. So that was 10 months ago. So Jesus, is actually quite a lot. So there's another trailer. There's a couple of like dialogue clips with war drums. Okay. Jesus Christ. And then there's, let's see, bits about each Celtic god. I think what I probably want to do is watch the episode. That's only 1 minute though. Oh, look at this. TV series episode 2 scene 1. So that's, the full scene is 8 minutes. I can only stream, by the way, for an hour today. It's because I have to go to Tag. And I was editing a YouTube video, and that's why I didn't start earlier. Speaking of which, I need to upload that for the Patreon early access. Patreon. Yeah, so I can only do an hour. So I was thinking I'd definitely get this reacted to in an hour. Or more to the point, I wanted long enough to be able to react to this properly. And sure, if it's only 8 minutes long, I'm sure I'll manage to keep my commentary to below an hour on it. Welcome Saladin, welcome Neon Jedi. It's Mission Neon from Sligo. Celtic Films hype. Nice. Emma Stitch is Millie doing her patrols too. That's what I call it when mine goes out to bark at nothing. It is so annoying. It's like, she just, and the older she's getting, the more she's doing it. It's actually driving me nuts. But, you know, I love her and all. It's annoying. So, any crack with you before we get into this? I'm just uploading my YouTube video here for the Patreon early access. I've started putting all my files into months, which is kind of annoying because then I can't remember what I shot in which month because I'm always working a couple of months behind. So I think I need to figure out a better system. It works for vlogs, it just doesn't work for other videos, unfortunately. So right, that's up. So Patreon early access. And I'll just save that. So yes, Saladin, we're doing this horrid looking show again. I'm pretty excited about it. Evergreen content reorganization. Yeah, I need to figure that out. All right, Kirks. Right, so what should we start at? Does anyone... this should be good. What should we start with? Does anyone have any particular thing that they would like me to watch first? Or will I just dive into the episode? I might as well dive into the episode, I suppose. 113 views. I wonder how this person is funding this. Because it's not by YouTube. Right, I just need to make sure, hang on, that this audio is coming through. Oh, earphones. Give me a second. I'm going to go get earphones. What I might do is while I'm running downstairs to get my earphones, I might run an ad break, because I read that if you run ad breaks, then it disables it for when people come to your stream for the first time. Why has that disappeared now? Sorry. So yeah, I'm gonna run downstairs. I'll run an ad break and then I'll grab my earphones. I am back. Okay, welcome, George. It does for 32 minutes, but make sure the average is a minute and a half. Okay, I don't. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. And it also says 6 minutes. Has a timer of 6 minutes. Anyway, whatever. Okay. Hell yeah. So let me know if you guys can hear this. Hang on, I just need to turn it down a little bit. And now you should be able to hear it. I'm going to need to turn it down another bit. Hang on. Now you should be able to hear it. That's before you can run it. Right, okay. So let's start this over and let's get fully invested in this. Okay, so to start off, she's standing in, it's a woman, and she's blue. The whole thing is blue for some reason, and she's standing in front of a rug which is blowing in the wind in the middle of a tree. Welcome, Bimian, first time chat. In the darkest winter. Okay, so she's like doing this with her hands for some strange reason. I don't know what she's at. The Celtic Druids. I'm supposed to be reading these things. The Celtic Druids met. Okay. I think that the writing on the screen is meant to be Ogham. A dark empire had invaded the land. I will move myself so you can see more of the screen. Where do you want me? Down there? The Darkest Winter, episode 2. Where was episode 1? Is what I want to know. Like, you know? Okay. Belenus and Aranwen, the goddess of light and the god of light and the goddess of fate. Episode 1, Saladin isn't on their YouTube for some reason. This is only one scene as well in episode 2. It's not the full episode. Oh! I dropped it. That's how all Celtic people there, you just missed it. How they communicate, it's telepathically. We just like look away from each other. Or we watched. Oh, stop! I need you to make on my head. Make it stop. Okay, hang on. Up. The music is so loud, but the talking isn't that loud. What'd she say?
Or we watched.
What'd you say? Are we watched?
So, you've heard the sacred calls too?
Switch to Gaelic.
I don't know what he said, and then she said switch to Gaelic.
The Empire lessons to us.
The God's call.
Oh my god, it's written in pig English.
Henig tu.
Pronounced wrong.
Do you know this?
I don't know what he said there. Yeah is God, so maybe he said something about God something, but I don't know what that was gibberish.
Relief from memory.
Welcome, Mark. Relief from memory.
God gave us a message.
God gave us a message.
Which times?
God, I hate this so much. This is so awful. Like, why have they just rugs hanging in the background? Like, do you think that that's set design?
Free. Can you see?
And they're just talking nonsense here. Mark, which god? That is such a good observation, Mark, because the Celts believed in many gods, and actually these two, at the start, it said that she was a goddess and he was a god. So therefore, who the fuck is sending them a message? Nobody. Because they're not Christians. Such a fucking good observation. Immediately the whole thing falls apart.
Time of after
Not that it didn't fall apart. Anyway, the pig English.
life is gone.
These people are
Afterlife
not good
is
actors.
gone. Roman Empire came to a village.
And
Killed every woman
I'm
and
sorry to
child.
say that out loud.
I saw it all. I was trained to send warriors to the afterlife, not woman and child.
Did she just say the Roman Empire is
The
gone?
afterlife
Did I miss that?
killed every woman and child. Roman Empire came to a village.
Question. Did we call it the Roman Empire back in the day? Did Celts back in the day call it the Roman Empire? Were they like, what's up? The Roman Empire's up the road. I do not think that they did. And
Killed
I
every
would put
woman
money on
and
it.
child. I saw it all. I was trained to send warriors to the afterlife, not woman and child. My power over afterlife is gone. How has this happened to us?
What I find interesting is the way that they flip between pig grammar, pig English grammar, and actually being able to speak English. So she doesn't know the plural of woman. I was trained to send soldiers, not woman and child. But she does know how to say, how is this happening to us? Which is very grammatically correct. So there you go. Welcome, Louise. Just joined, but didn't the Romans never come here if it's supposed to be Ireland? It's Britain in 80 AD. Oh, it's Britain. Neon. Jedi. I mean, I still don't think it excuses it, but I have less of a vitriolic hatred for it if it's not actually meant to be Ireland. But I could have sworn that the director was talking about Ireland and Scotland and stuff. If it's meant to be Scottish Celts, I more understand why there's so much blue, and I understand why they're all wearing tartan. I still don't think it's an accurate representation of anything. But they have taken some of our gods, some of our like Celtic characters and figures of Irish folklore, like Queen Maeve and all, so they're not fully off the hook. But great, they're from Scotland. The rest of them are from Scotland and Wales. That's
Seen terrible
slightly better.
Have you seen?
Excuse me. Sorry.
Well, like, powerless to show the truth to people. Censored, they remain.
Did he say I remain? That's a phrase you learn when you're really bad at English. You learn I remain is one of the one of the first ones that you learn.
We must remember their sacrifice.
Mark, it said she was a goddess and he was a god, but I've totally forgotten what they were for.
What is it?
This conversation is utterly nonsensical.
Where? When? How?
Tell me.
The crow is embarrassed to be included on this scene. The audio is dreadful. The mics are coming from all weird directions. Yeah, there they are.
I must call to the other gods now.
Werewolf? Werewolf. That's funny. Yeah, she basically did go who, what, when, where.
So lies August, ja.
My God. This is tough work. Now she's just being gibberish. Do you know what is the best thing about this? Is that these are all the best takes. Someone shot this and thought, that's the best we're going to get. And then someone edited that and thought, that's the best one of the lot. Wow. I've made some shitty YouTube videos in my time. But I think this company wins. Welcome, Projectile. First time chat. Carbon forms, they're so high. Ooh, if they're high, I would actually have so much more patience for this. I'd actually watch a TV show shot when everyone was off their bin. Like everyone's high. The production crew, the editors, the actors. It'd be funny. I mean, it wouldn't be a long lasting show. It's uncomfortable to watch. Neither of them seem sure where to look. Yeah. The weird pauses. Yep. He said something a second ago and I wanted to know what he said. Oh, where'd she get the book out of? Hang on, we have to go back a few minutes. This is it. What did he say? I wonder, I bet that there's no captions on this. Oh, there isn't even auto-generated captions. That's how bad it is. I think he's meant to be speaking Gaelic, but that's just fucking gibberish. Do you know what I'd be really interested to see is, does their makeup and their face paint change from take to take? Because surely, well, I'd say this was all probably shot in the one sitting, but throughout the episode, if it's going to start making sense, surely, like they don't have the budget for sound science. They definitely don't have the budget for like making sure continuity, to get a continuity person. Anyways, so it was in the darkest winter the gods Belanus and Aronwen came to the resolution that belief from memory was key to the saving of their people. What? But what memories specifically? That would be up to the other Celtic gods. I don't even understand what that means. Oh, it's over. So bad. That is so embarrassing. Caitlin and Dakota, 2 American names. Look, I understand you need work, but Jesus Christ. Okay, so what else can we watch here? Here, 6:53. Let's see this. See, look how much blue paint she's just got smeared on her face. You'd never be able to recreate that. It's so badly done. So you'd have to shoot all her scenes in one go. They basically draw it on them and then they smear it over the rest of their face, it seems. Oh, he's given her a look. Roman and vampire invaded the Celtic lands. All together. Right, okay. Celtics episode 2, Darkest Winter. Okay. I don't know. Thank you for following, Mr. 05. K Fury. Oh God, please don't put my real name in the credits. Okay, so the goddess of nation and the god of justice, Danu and Lu, are gonna get it on here. They're not. These are the Irish ones. Bastards. Why are they wearing blue? Forgot something. Lu was not the god of justice. Oh no, I don't think that this is correct in any way. Like, that's asking too much. Come on, Leon. Take your expectations down now. Oh, it's green now.
Yes.
Okay, I actually prefer this colouring.
It's safest. Thanek tu.
Hula Mena Glena.
Okay, so if you're going to shoot a film in a language that none of the actors speak, none of the production company, everything else speaks, you mean you're going to butcher it, but more importantly, would you not hire somebody that speaks it to translate it in subtitles? Because if none of you know how to speak it, then surely your audience won't know how to speak it. Does that make sense? I feel like every film in Hollywood, when they have a bit of it that's in French or a bit of it that's in German, even though there are hundreds of whatever million, there are lots of people that can speak those different languages, they still put the subtitles on for the people who can't speak it so they can understand what the hell is going on. And I can speak Irish, but I can't speak Scottish Gaelic, but I have no idea what they're saying.
Safest.
Are we watched?
Yeah.
Let's try again.
Are we watched?
Are we watched?
Yes.
Yes. So that's English.
Switch to Gaelic.
Switch to Gaelic. I was going to say I hate it, but I actually love the way they go. Switch to Gaelic. Switch to Gaelic. I should make that a channel point reward on my thing where we just switch to Gaelic.
It's safest. Thanek tu.
Lanig 2. So I think what that is supposed to be is Lanarai, which means like go on. Again, sorry, I'm talking Irish. If these are actually speaking Scottish Gaelic, I don't know Scottish Gaelic, so I can go fuck myself.
Hula Mena Glena.
Hula means I heard. I don't know what the other two words were.
To answer their
Hula may something.
questions.
Of justice. Of justice.
Hang on.
Of justice.
To answer their questions.
She's the one who said it's safer to switch to Gaelic, and she doesn't speak Gaelic then.
Of justice.
And he goes right back into English as well.
Of nation.
Where is our nation, Dana?
Where your light is, Luke.
Oh my god, it's actually hurting me. The big fake lilt. Loch? Where your light is, Loch? Kill me. Just
Gone.
fucking kill me.
I no longer have the power of light. The power of justice.
Jeez, they stuck to Irish for a long time, didn't they?
How did this happen to us?
We used to
What?
have this thing. This amazing dream called Celtic Brehon law.
Yes.
The Roman Empire has turned our people away.
Because we called them the Roman Empire regularly. We said, do you know what used to be great? Brehon Law, which we also called it Brehon Law at the time. That wasn't the name given to it after this. Brehon Law was great before the Roman Empire came in.
Away from light unto darkness. Away from Celtic Brehon law.
I'm going to make merch that says
Dark
switch to
Empire
Irish,
has
switch to
turned our
Gaelic.
people away from fairness and truth. Away from light.
Maybe I'll make it switch to Irish.
Away from justice.
Have like a leprechaun on it.
Towards dark fear
We'll just switch to Irish
Greed.
every now and again.
and corruption.
Situation.
Have turned their backs on us.
Sorry, I haven't listened to a word he
On
said
their
'cause it's
nation.
boring. Is that why all aliens in movies speak English? Yeah, that's hilarious. I also love the fact that they do that. It's so funny. Emma, I do believe, so I'm just catching up in chat here, Emma, I do believe this is the same dialogue from the previous episode. So they're all on the similar page of the script. We all had to be safe back then, to be sure. We all spoke modern English, but switched to Gaelic to be safe. Yeah, we all switched to Gaelic for 2 sentences just to be safe. Nitpick, but pretty sure she has an elastic band in her braid. Oh my god, what a spot. That is so true. He also has a zipper, now that you pointed out. Look, that looks like a zipper to me. Or maybe it's a chain. Actually, chain is fine. You're right, what a spot. What if they just started speaking Scandinavian? Well, I wouldn't be able to speak that either, so I wouldn't know.
Our nation.
I'm loving
destroyed by
the
Empire.
random Spain.
Our castles,
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Towns and rock towers.
Welcome,
destroyed.
Matthew.
Our powerful hill forts forced to surrender.
Sorry for the short stream today. I'm
Roman
hoping
Empire
to
wouldn't
stream
fight,
longer
so they
tomorrow
burned the crops to starve our people into submission.
and maybe over the weekend. We'll see.
Our sacred druid temples, tombs and dolmens, all desecrated.
Tombs.
Our nation
Tombs. That's how we all
We
pronounce
must
tombs.
remember the sacrifice of our ancestors.
How do we rebuild?
Where?
Did she say, who do we
When?
rebuild? That's what it sounded like.
I don't know.
What is that accent?
We must ask other gods.
His accent's actually not that bad.
I've written the question as it stands now.
Oh, she's meant to be Scottish.
Yes.
But that's a terrible
Where do we
Scottish
get
accent.
the power to rebuild nation by?
Not just get an actual Scottish actress.
Remembering their
A
sacrifice.
Scottish actress wouldn't be in this.
Just when
Got it.
and where?
ancestors. Aren't they the ancestors? That's true.
Is he an ochar darninie?
That is a on ochar darlinie. No idea what that's supposed to mean. Oh my god, I missed that as well. Give me another second.
Is he an ochar darninie?
No idea. No idea what that was supposed to be either. It's actual gibberish. Thank you for gifting subs, Matthew. I am ready for tic-tac-toe on her left cheek. Lord above. Let me have a quick look here, right? Turn the down a bit. Assistant Director Colby Crow. Okay. Okay. Here's your problem. Your writer, director, camera, sound editor, makeup, and wardrobe is all the one dude. There's your biggest issue. You can't do all of the above. You can't be a writer and a director and a camera person and a sound editor. Like, that's just not possible. There are reasons that people specialize in each of those areas. So, and makeup and wardrobe. Are you fucking kidding me? Couldn't be different talents. So there you go. I also love how this guy is writer, director, camera, sound editor, makeup and wardrobe, and then he has an assistant director. Oh god. Oh, so there's just two people basically doing this whole thing. And then the actors. So that sort of explains why it's so bad. Oh, look at the picture. Erwin Belanus Maeve. See, that's the Maeve. It's what bothers me now. Because now that I know they're Scottish, I'm like, fuck it, I don't really care. Don't really care. Celtic Druid Gods Whispering in Forest Grove. Oh, that's what that was supposed to be. Because I didn't get that. I was like, why is she standing there just like looking into space? How about Queen Maeve, right? Come on, let's... Oh, ad. Headed by John D. Rockefeller. Let's get mad. Queen Maeve.
That we fight and resist too much. That we must be made slaves and bred out of existence.
What?
Our battle is not from within our Celtic lands, but against the
does say Irish on the right hand side.
Roman Empire.
So we are included in this monstrosity. I'm still not 100% sure what she said there. Hang on, let me go back and shut up talking.
That we fight and resist too much. That we must be made slaves and bred out of existence.
Question. How do you breed somebody out of existence? Surely you stop them from breeding. That would... Okay, moving on.
Our battle is not from within our Celtic lands, but against the multicultural Roman Empire.
Now, I'll fully admit that I'm not up to date on my Roman Empire knowledge, but I'm pretty fucking sure that one thing that they weren't was multicultural. You know what I'm saying? I really don't think that it was multicultural. So, yeah. The director's bio on the website is something else. Oh, God. Well, Carbon and Emma. So, when I had reacted to this, I reacted to the original trailer thing that I say went viral, got 13,000 views, on YouTube, actually, about 10 months ago. And when we were reacting to that, it sort of became very clear that this was a really badly hidden xenophobic sort of TV show. It was all about that they were being invaded by multicultural people that wanted to change them and all this, and it was like, it just became very clear that it was about it was anti-diversity, and it was using Celtic history to perpetuate that sort of message. So yeah, basically, in my opinion, the director's a big xenophobe, and that's that's what this whole thing is about. And that's why she said we need to stop multicultural Roman Empire. But like, there absolutely was no multicultural Roman Empire. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, multicultural from where? Thank you so much for gifting subs, Mark. I would go so far as to say the term multicultural did not exist in that period. Exactly, I would agree with you. Welcome, Shazbo 2000, first time chat. So we're going to watch Maeve here, another Maeve one.
Goddess Maeve.
Sure you are.
Goddess of sovereignty, war, fertility.
That actually made me feel a bit sick, that transition. What was Maeve the goddess of? What was Maeve in She's last book? Maeve is the Celtic Irish goddess of intoxication. Oh, I don't think that's true, is it? The sexual goddess of Irish mythology. IrelandInformation.com doesn't really seem like that's correct. Wikipedia might know. Sex, fertility, death and war. Okay, so I mean, he did Google it and used the information from the first page of Google. So like, that's what I'm doing. So I can't really slag him off on that one. So maybe he's right. Often advertised as Maeve. See, that's funny as well, because this is how you would spell it. MEDB is how you would spell it if you were actually doing it in Irish or in Celtic or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But he writes it down as MAEVE, which is the English version. And it's just like small mistakes like that is like, stop it. Let's see. Maeve is strong-willed, ambitious, cunning and promiscuous. Nice. She is believed by some to be a manifestation of the sovereignty goddess. Is that how you pronounce that? Sovereignty is a scholarly term almost exclusively used in Celtic studies. The term denotes a goddess who, personifying a territory, confers sovereignty upon a king by marrying or having sex with him. Some narratives of this type can correspond to folktale, the Loathly Lady, blah blah blah. Maeve of Connacht is probably identical with Maeve Lethdurg, the sovereignty goddess of Tara, and may also be linked with the Morrigan. The Morrigan, also known as Morrigu, is a figure from Irish mythology. The name is Mór Riagan in modern Irish and has been translated as Great Queen or Phantom Queen. She may be the inspiration for the fairy Queen Mab, found in William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet and other media. Interesting. So, Neon Jedi. Queen Maeve was a Connacht queen who loved sex. Loved it. Flat out mad for it. She was like, I wanted to say on my Wikipedia page how horny I was and how promiscuous I was. Okay, so sorry, catching up on chat here. Matthew redeemed say this in Irish. Matthew is my favourite. That's interesting. So the way that you say somebody is something is, so if somebody's a teacher, you would say is Moonshore Matthew. So Matthew is a teacher. But I think if you're to say Matthew is my favourite, like to say he is a teacher means he is in that role, if that makes sense. And because you can't say otherwise you would say Tá Matthew something. But I don't think you can't say that like when you're talking about a job or certain things. But I think if you were saying it's my favourite, I think you would say Tá Matthew ma Dina Isfar, he's my favourite person. Or you would say Isfar Lum Matthew, I prefer Matthew. I think that's how you'd say it. Question mark? The Celts were a collection of people. Isn't that multicultural? Sure. It's my understanding when it came to Rome and Romans, you either were or you were not, and believed. And beyond that, you were either a free person or a slave. Saladin, thank you. Everyone redeeming hydrate. I don't have any water, so Red Bull will have to do. She was born in Roscommon, don't you know? Your wand doesn't sound like she's from Roscommon anyway. How about Matthew is legend? So is Leoch Matthew? I think so. Isleach. You'd say Isleach A. He is a legend. So presumably it would be Isleach Matthew. Issei Matthew and Dinna is Farlam. Yeah, I think you're right, Emma. Actually, Issei Matthew might have been the way to say it. I'm not 100% sure. I have the hat, mask and cup for legend from your merch. Nice. My Leoch merch. So I have Patreon only merch that says Leoch on it, which means hero. Because I call my Patreons Leochs.
My father was
Means legend or hero, depending on
Eidlin,
how you want to use it.
the High King of Ireland.
Now,
I stand.
this is your problem, right? With having your director also be your editor. Why are these images portrait? You know? I feel kind of sorry for him because the amount of editing that would have had to go into this to like make everything blue would actually have been quite a bit. And I feel like he definitely put effort into this and into green screening this and stuff like that. But like, it just was so pointless and it wasn't worth it. And also she has another hairband in her hair, which they didn't have.
Stand before you at this meeting of the High Kings and Queens of Ireland tonight. In this most sacred hill of Tara.
Although it would be interesting to know how they did tie up their hair, because I feel like people in that era are often shown as having plaits when...
What do you want?
What a job that I...
Oh, sorry, the ad started there. So that's pretty much it. Are you going to get the subscription option for your TikTok? I hadn't heard about that. I don't know what you mean. But I would say, I'm presuming that a subscription feature is coming to TikTok, but I hadn't heard about that. But I'm assuming no, because we don't even have the creator fund here yet. And in fact, in Ireland, we don't even have captions yet on TikTok, so we're the last to get the features, and I don't think we're going to be getting those things. People who do the new subscribe option, they get special stickers to post in live chats. I hadn't spotted that now, but I don't know, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I also don't want to give too many like subscribe options. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be asking for people to subscribe to me on every platform. I probably don't use TikTok enough really to justify that. Although I do go live on TikTok when Twitch won't work. I was at Bloom last week. Well, I don't need my earphones anymore actually, sorry. I was at Bloom last week and Twitch wouldn't work. And I had to go live on TikTok instead. Really frustrating the way Twitch sometimes doesn't work when I'm out and about. God, I'm sweating now under these lights. I'll admit when it comes to Celtics, I don't know come here from Sikkim, as we say down here, but I do think I'm correct. I think Celtic was related more to a common dialect spoken, and they chose to ignore individual tribal differences as they often do with native people in the US. Presumably, yeah. Well, I mean, there was definitely Scottish Gaelic and Irish Gaelic, and they were two totally different languages, but they were from the same base family of languages. Oh, I'm wearing my merch. Sure, listen, sure, look. Here we are now. God's may have had plastic over 1,000 years or so for everyone else. to make the hair bobbins. True. Thanks again for gifting more subs, Matthew. 113 in the channel. Wow. Yourself and Greg and Mark are up there over the 100 mark. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to have to go get dressed now and go to Tag. I'm hoping to stream for a couple hours tomorrow and maybe a couple hours over the weekend I'll play Elden Ring, or if you want I'll play Skyrim again, but just to chill and hang out and relax over the next couple of days. But yeah, sorry for the short stream tonight, but I wanted to come on and hang out for a little bit and wanted to watch that Celtic shite. Thank you so much for joining, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye. Great to see you. Love you guys. Thanks, Louise. Love the Teddy Fresh. Yes, makes me so happy. Bye, guys. Ta-ta.